Welcome to the Blunt Doctor Show, your prescription for straight talk on everything from socialism to the healing power of the gridiron and the green.
So first off, I want to fully acknowledge the hypocrisy of using a AI or LLM intro while espousing socialism. But I also want to stand up and point out that I'm old and I give up. And as much as I hate all of this AI bullshit, I pay for multiple services already that include dumbass AI video generation. So I'm just going to use them. So I'm very sorry to anyone who's very angry at my usage of AI, because it is wrong and it is going to be something that destroys the planet. But the one thing I would say to all the people who are very angry about AI and about AI computer usage is I'm just very curious what they think data centers were doing before and what they think those data centers were going to do. And if we didn't know all about this, wouldn't data centers just keep being built? So at least now we know about it. We're shutting it down. Okay. Well, what are you going to do? It is what it is, man. I chose to use one. I think it's fucking funny. I'm doing it. But let's talk about something that sucks. And that is this world, because somehow every single day I scroll through Instagram and I see more about what was in the Epstein files than is actually on the news, than is actually on Google, that is actually on, any other service. Because at this point, we know this, right? 3 million additional Epstein files released. Millions and millions of pages featuring things like talking about, that new attractive 8-year-old Brazilian girl was there. Or, correlating the story of a girl who said it was on the island, who also told a story that said that Trump told her, I'll make you disappear like I did the last 10-year-old girl. I don't have any more and I didn't before. I had no they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, it's, they're conservative Republicans, they're fiscal conservatives. I'm looking for heads on sticks at this point. Okay. I'm looking for people to be pulling guns and knives and going to war. I'm looking for billionaires to have their fucking heads on guillotines. That's what I'm looking for, because we're past the point of discussing this. We're past the point of this being like a thing that we can, no, there's none of that. There's none of this. There's no, it was a hoax. There's no, it was blown out of proportion. I had to acknowledge, even I thought, surely there's no smoking gun, because were there some sort of smoking gun, everything would have been released by now. The Biden administration would have released it in the final days when they had the opportunity to do so. No. In fact, there are many things that look exactly like fucking smoking guns that have been completely ignored by every single political party member. And let's be really clear. Republicans are evil and stupid as a party, but both actual groups of politicians, Democrats and Republicans, are evil. The Democrats are better, but only because certain ones of them have managed to escape becoming completely evil thus far. It's coming for all of them. It comes for all of them. The dollars comes for fucking everybody. And we're literally living at a point where there are millions of pages of emails about people currently in political fucking office raping children, and we don't want to out who those people are because it could hurt the political infrastructure of this country. Fuck the political infrastructure of this country. Pam Bondi, I'm looking right at you. Okay, let's be real clear. Pam Bondi, I'm looking right at you. When the Nuremberg portion of this program happens, they are coming for you. You are the Joseph Goebbels of this operation. Just needlessly, pointlessly peddling propaganda to anyone who will take it. And, we can say the same thing about Carolyn Levitt, but Pam Bondi is in the news every single day. I'm going to sue this person. We're going to sue this person. There will be repercussions for all of these actions. These things will not go unpunished. What these fucking people fail to understand is that you do not have to just stand up to the courts of the United States. You have to stand up to The Hague. There are international criminal courts. And when every single prosecutor in the United States refers all of you to those international criminal courts after the 2026 blue wave is coming, there's a Democratic mayor in Miami. You think there's no blue wave coming? You think there's no blue wave coming? There hasn't been a Democrat in Miami in 8 trillion years. There is now. The blue wave is coming, and every single one of these motherfuckers is going to have to answer a lot of goddamn questions. And what we've learned from history is that those answers do not fucking mean shit. And you bitches are going to prison. So, you know, I really hope that all of you enjoy that. And I hope that every single person who still counts themselves as a conservative, who still says I'm a Republican, who says I'm a fiscal whatever, I hope all of you motherfuckers enjoy that. Because, you know, your time's up. We've been there before, and now we'll be there again. And it's going to be a lot more destructive this time. And maybe one day, and I don't know what day, because, you know, I truly don't, but maybe one day we could actually live in the United States that I was told that I lived in when I was growing up. Not sure what day that might be, but let's move from that tragedy to another tragedy. Because, well, oh, there was a tragedy. And there's only one person that we can discuss this tragedy with. We went over that tragedy that is planet Earth. Now let's discuss this tragedy that is planet Patriots. And there's only one man. There's only one man who we can bring. So let's bring him.
Finally, the bee has returned to the Blunt Doctor show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm normally loud and rambunctious with my entrance, but there's nothing to be loud and rambunctious about today. Because, man, I had a feeling that we were going to lose. I just didn't think it would look like that, man.
I still bet on the Patriots because I was just like, you know what? I'm going down with the ship.
I was
from
expecting
Titanic that you go down with the ship, and I did it.
I was expecting 24-21 or even a 27-24 game, and I didn't even get that. I thought, you know, when we got that first stop on that first drive and held them to 3, I'm like, all right, we're going to march down and we're going to get a 3 of our own. And it was a punt early, and I was like, all right, cool. You know, the defense showed that they can lock in. And then we got a stop. And then we didn't do anything with it. And he got sacked that time. I'm like, all right. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I told you on this show, we need a Stephon Diggs virtuoso game if we want to win this one. And what do you have, like 3 for 36? We didn't get much. The O-line on the left side was lacking. I seen a little bit of all 22. There's also opportunities for him to check out something when you seen the blitz, like especially off of that slot. Receiver got to be ready to put his hands up there. I feel like awareness, but also it's a Josh McDaniels thing. You got to make those adjustments a lot sooner. And Christian Gonzalez, top 2 in the game right now. I'm willing to stand on it. Every penny he gets in his contract will be deserved. And that's the only good thing about the game, to be quite honest.
I mean,
and we didn't get shut out. So
yeah, Gonzo's amazing. There's no question about that. Before we get too depressed, the one novelty question I gotta ask, because I got the new dad grill for Christmas, and I did it up grilling for Super Bowl Sunday. So before we get into the too depressing part, I gotta ask, what was the Super Bowl menu? What's the Super Bowl menu in the B household? In the Uncle B household? Because around here we call you Uncle B. So Uncle B, what did Uncle B have? Because we gotta know. Because that's the question.
I had my side of nachos with the spicy salsa and the cheese.
Yep.
And then Mom's baked the lasagna for me. That was the meal that held it down for me for the entire night. Simple thing. And I had some strawberry lemonade to go with that, chilled with approximately 5 pieces of ice.
Whew. Yeah, listen, that's some precision ice. You know, I'm gonna tell you something. The thing I miss most about Toronto, man, the wings up there are fucking good. And it makes sense because you're close to Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're close to the genesis of wings. When I used to go up there all the time because of a woman from my past, let's be honest. Why else was I in Toronto repeatedly? There was this little spot on Yonge.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was at Yonge and Bloor.
Okay.
It was right by the Delta Chelsea Hotel. It was by Sam the Record Man. You know, I'm talking about like right in the middle of the heart of everything on Yonge.
Yeah.
And there was this little place called KC Wings. And it was this
I'm
like
familiar with there.
You know KC Joe. See, I'm talking. Okay.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm talking about. That place was a fucking bomb, man.
Yep.
That KC Wings was I went to that place so many times. They had so many wings. Yo. See,
if you're a fan of some nice fried chicken, like some Korean fried chicken, we got some solid joints up here too.
Oh, dude, yeah. And you know the other thing about Toronto, the most underrated pizza city in the world.
Yeah,
like the big slice is fucking bomb.
Yeah, we got some solid pizza over here, man.
Yeah. And the chain pizza is not even horrible. Like, I mean, even the chain pizzas up there is good, but big slice right there on Yonge. I miss Toronto. I gotta be honest with you. I miss Canada. I really do. I miss being up there.
It's a frozen tundra right now, but we hanging in there.
Yo, I was up there one time when it was -10 Celsius, and I grew up in Arizona, and I was like, man, I'm not meant to be here right now.
Last week we were getting as low as -25 Celsius.
Woo, man, let's get on that later.
I don't know how these football players play in that type of weather. I'm there. Like everywhere you go, if you gotta walk, you're walking at the nice little quick pace because you're not trying to stay in that cold for too long.
When you're playing football, it makes sense though, because you're running as fast as you can and smashing into motherfuckers.
Hot. That's true, yeah.
So let me ask you this question, because I think my answer is going to surprise you. So I'm curious what your answer is. If you had to pick one thing, and I know that there's a multitude of things, but if you had to pick one reason the Pats lost this game, what would you pin it on? Because I think my answer would surprise you to this, and I'm curious what your answer would be.
Just not enough on offense. And if I were to pinpoint, the run game was left lacking, left wanted. Like it left us a little bit, expecting more. Like Ramondre, he had his couple moments, but like compared to what Kenneth Murray was doing to us, where Kenneth is getting big yardage to almost every touch, that I felt was a difference in the game, because we were playing just as good defense as they were, except they got a couple of big runs, and it resulted in them getting a couple field goals that really kind of put us behind the 8 ball, forced Drake to start pressing a little bit more than he would have liked to. I feel like also in that same breath, they were kind of shy from taking their shots downfield too, because like that was one of Drake May's like claim to fame this year, how well he was throwing the deep ball. And it's like we didn't really see that until the game was getting away from them. I feel like if you connect on one of those early, it kind of punches the defense in the mouth a little bit. I feel like they gave them a little too much respect to that Seattle defense. Well, granted, they are deserving, but we seen Stafford light them up for like how much? What was it, like 3-something the last time they played?
I think it was 400. Yeah, it was. They were damn close to it. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say one thing. Listen, my son, I will always love Ramondre Stevenson. I will, because I'm not kidding you. Like the moment they handed me my son after he was born, I'm not joking. The moment they handed me my son, Ramondre Stevenson ran for a 70-yard touchdown against the Bills. So I will never hate that man. I will love him forever. Because the moment they handed me my son, because I always used to make jokes that if I ever had a kid, I'd be watching football in the delivery room.
And you were.
I was, literally. Because it was Monday Night Football and the Patriots were playing the Bills. And the moment that Ramondre Stevenson touched that ball, he was gone for 70-yard touchdown. The Patriots won the game. Listen, so I will always love Ramondre. So I'm not trying to hate on this man.
I feel like there's a
but you made a very good point earlier. Kenneth Walker repeatedly got to the edge in the way that Ramondre Stevenson could not. And the thing is that I know that we talked on this show about Trayvon Henderson doesn't see the edge as well. He doesn't see the hole as well. He's faster than Ramondre Stevenson. And I do think they relied on Ramondre too much. And the one thing that I would say about this game, and again, I'm just gonna say I think that the weak point in this game was Josh McDaniels. And I love Josh. I really do. And I think I would think that anyone would assume that I'm going to come on here and blame Drake May, but I'm actually not, because I don't think that Josh did anything to protect Drake. And it's actually the same problem that I had with Josh really in the first Giant Super Bowl and the second one, more so in the first one. In the first Giant Super Bowl, I've told this story a billion times. I'll tell it again here. My father, who is a douchebag, piece of shit, MAGA loser. So I suppose take what I say with this story with, a grain of salt, because maybe he's a liar, but regardless, one of the investors in one of his company was Patrick Kratis. Patrick Kratis was an offensive lineman with Michigan when Tom Brady played at Michigan. And one story that Patrick Kratis told my father is that in between the Chargers AFC Championship and the Giants Super Bowl in 2007, Tom Brady had surgery on his ankle. Now, anyone will remember Brady was in a walking boot in those 2 weeks. So it makes a lot of sense. It's not any whatever. But the point is the guy played on a broken ankle in the Super Bowl, which also, if you watch the game, makes a lot of sense. He looked fucking horrible. Yeah. But they shot him up with Toradol at halftime, and he launched like 3 straight 70-yard bombs to Randy Moss at the end of the game to try to tie it up and whatever. But the point is, Brady was nowhere near himself, and Josh McDaniels did a horrendous job in that game of protecting him and scheming up easy stuff for him to do. In the 2011 Giants Super Bowl, it was a lot of the same shit because, again, honestly, that team didn't even deserve to be there. That defense was 31st in yards. Funny enough, I mean, they were the ones that I think that was the year that they forced the miss on the Ravens extra point or the Ravens field goal. But regardless,
2011, 2012.
Yeah, it was
Billy Cundiff.
Yes, Billy Cundiff misses. Yeah. So the defense was garbage all year.
Yeah.
Cundiff misses.
They had Edelman playing cornerback too.
Yeah, that was before Justin Tucker, the rapist, came on board with the Ravens. But anyway, Cundiff misses. The Patriots make the Super Bowl. But that Patriots defense was garbage.
Yeah.
And, that's the first play of the game. Brady gets hit with the fucking, the intentional grounding, which was a bullshit call.
Which
every single thing about that game was garbage. But again, McDaniels did a horrible job scheming for the moment. And I felt the same thing with Drake May in this game because everything was. You remember when in the 2015 Super Bowl when the Panthers played the Broncos, and all of a sudden the Panthers are doing 5-step dropbacks with Cam Newton. They haven't done the shit all season. Yeah. And all of a sudden they're like, we're going to play drop back pass. And Von Miller's like, okay. And he eats the shit up. Mm-hmm. I felt the exact same way this game. Like, why are you having Drake May drop back pass anything? There's very little RPO. There's very little quick game. There's very little screen. Mm-hmm. Everything is Drake May has to do the work it's just one of the worst games I've ever seen Josh McDaniel call, and I don't see anyone. Because I sat here before here, I will acknowledge, I sat here before this game and said one of the reasons that the Patriots can win is because Josh McDaniels is good and has been good forever. And this was the exact
He's a roller coaster experience, man. Very roller coaster experience with this guy.
It is.
Never forget the infamous third and long screenplay that goes nowhere.
Yeah, always. It worked because it worked the one time in 2009 when Brady was out for the season and they had Matt Castle and they ran that play to Welker with Randy Moss on the same side, and it worked for a touchdown, and he has done it for 15 fucking years since then. Yeah. I'm so tired of watching that same play because it worked one goddamn time. But that's my point. I also was here on the other side. I was like, Josh McDaniels is the reason they're in this game. And it's literally nothing about this game. We knew that the Seahawks were going to attack Will Campbell with every single thing that they had. We knew that the Seahawks were going to go away from Christian Gonzalez and we're going to try to scheme away from Christian Barmore. And that's the thing that kills me is that you know that Christian Barmore is going to eat up the middle. And so the Seahawks were like, okay, we're just going to go to the edge because we know that you can't. And Ken Walker gets the edge over and over and over. And Ramondre Stevenson, the Pats were like, we'll do the same thing. No, you can't. You can't do the same thing. He doesn't have the same speed. And that's what you're saying. It's like, I felt like the Pats were trying to play the same game as the Seahawks without the same level of talent. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know, man. I was disappointed because as much as I've hammered Belichick, I don't feel like Bill would have been as ill prepared as Vrabel was here. And let's remember, you could say, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. You know, I understand first year, whatever. Bill went to the Super Bowl and won in his second year with New England after 4 years failing with the Browns. Like, Vrabel's had a lot of years with the Titans. He won number 1 overall seed. He knows how to coach. So I don't want to hear this is his first year. It was whatever. You're in the goddamn Super Bowl. Find a way to win. And they couldn't even find a way to be competitive. I was disappointed, man, because I ended up spending most of the game focusing on my grill. Because I didn't even answer. I didn't even see. This is the thing. I'm so mad. I didn't even talk about. See, this is the point. The Patriots fucking suck. I grilled chicken piccata. I grilled barbecue chicken. I grilled golden mustard barbecue chicken. I grilled veggies. I made potatoes. I made corn. The Patriots can't even score a fucking touchdown. Man, fuck these guys. It's just
cooked all of that and they couldn't even score.
Yeah, and then I made 18 burgers. 18 burgers, by the way, and they're all perfect. I've eaten all of them. I've eaten all goddamn 18 burgers. I ate 18 cheeseburgers in a row, and all of them were fantastic, and they were better than anything I saw Drake make do. All right, I'm angry.
Hey, man.
Musa. Okay, legit question. I've not been a Drake May guy. And okay, hold up. Real quick. Yeah. Someone who was there who can verify the burgers were delicious. I'm not a Drake May guy, but honestly, this season he proved me wrong in terms of his ability to win. But does anything from this game give you any sort of pause? And the only reason I ask is Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl in his second season, lost, never made it back. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl in his second season, lost, has yet to make it back. I am not trying to whatever. The question I am asking is, did you see anything in this game? Like everyone, I don't agree, but a lot of people would say that the fatal flaw in Joe Burrow's game is his arm strength. I don't know what those people are watching, but people try to claim that he can't hit this one or whatever. The guy's thrown for like 500 yards in the first half of the game. I don't know what they're watching, but some people try to make this claim. I'm just curious if there's anything that you've seen, or do you just look at this the way I look at it as, hey, second year, whatever, he'll be fine.
Well, he's obviously still young, so he doesn't have that mastery of just reading what the defenses are doing. And then I feel like that's something he'll only get by just playing the game more, because he made one leap from last year to this year. Good for him on that. But I feel like he's gonna improve with his like understanding. Sometimes the check down to the halfback is good. Learning that intermediate game. So we'll see.
You're not like worried about him. You're not like worried long term that he's not the guy. You're on board that
I think he's the guy, but he made a Super Bowl. He's got some work ahead of him, though. That's for sure.
It's just that this was a particularly bad performance. And again, I put it more on Josh McDaniels than anyone else.
Well, but there was Mahomes had a bad 2 Super Bowls, and he looked something similar like this.
Yeah,
like they started scoring when the Gatorade bath already happened last year, so it's like it happens. Like teams that lose, they usually look like that.
If Bo Nix doesn't break his ankle, the Patriots are probably not in the Super Bowl, and this is not even really a thing.
They'll say, "Oh, he had a good playoff run."
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. A Broncos Seahawks Super Bowl, as it was a decade ago, is like the most disgusting thing I can think of, short of, I mean, the most disgusting thing in the world that would make me like legitimately consider suicide is a Jets Giants Super Bowl. Like if there was a Jets Giants Super Bowl, honest to God, I might have to jump off a cliff, because I just can't imagine living in a world where that would be
never
acceptable. And, I just would rather not. But Broncos Seahawks is a real close second. So at least the Patriots were there to be terrible. I don't know. The thing that kills me is I saw some like Instagram graphic that was like the most depressing Patriots playoff losses. I'm like, bitch, we have 6 Super Bowl wins and we're in the playoffs every single fucking year. Of course you're going to have playoff losses when you're there all the goddamn fucking time. Why don't we go over all of the Jets' debilitating losses every single week of the season? Can we talk about that shit? Like, are you fucking kidding me? You know what? Right now, I am announcing a new podcast. I am going to start podcasting for a 4th day out of the week. I am going to start a new podcast. I don't know what the name is, but I am going to start a new podcast about how much I hate the New York Jets, because I can't think of anything in the world that I want to do more than talk about how much I hate them. Because the thing is that one of my favorite hobbies in the world, and it started with the Jets. I'm going to talk too much for like 2 minutes right now. I apologize. In 2010, the Patriots traded Randy Moss, and then there was a game against the New York Jets in which they beat them 45-7, I believe it was. And I went and listened to ESPN New York all night and listened to every single caller cry about how horrendous it was that the New York Jets were so fucking terrible and the Patriots were incredible. Now, funny enough, that's in 2010, which is the year that the Jets eliminated the Patriots from the playoffs, which is embarrassing for me. But nonetheless, it started a tradition in which anytime a team I am betting on or watching or whatever beats the shit out of a team, I go listen to the losing team's local sports radio, because you cannot hear anything better than local sports radio from, drunk, mostly MAGA people who believe that every black player is the cause of every single thing that's ever gone wrong. And they sit there and they bitch and they moan. And it has also morphed into, I found a dude who in the last few years does the Jets post-game show. And every single show starts with this. And it's 2 minutes of him sitting there sad before he can even look at the comments. And I just think that it's time that I should do an anti-Jets post-game show where when the Jets have a game and they invariably lose, I go on there and talk about how wonderful that is. I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do now. This is my fourth show is I hate the New York Jets. Because I'm never going to win an Oscar and I'm never going to get a chance to give my New York Jets hate speech. So I'm going to do it in a weekly podcast format. I was born to do this. I'm so excited right now.
I love it.
We need to come up with the name of the show, but I promise everyone on this planet that I can talk about how much I hate the New York Jets for 1 hour a week, 52 weeks a year, forever. I promise you. You said the Patriots need a top tier all-time Stephon Diggs, game to win the Super Bowl. Yes. Heading into next season, do you think that like a number one overall receiver is the number one thing on the Patriots list? Is there anything else? Because I think it could be argued that the right thing to do is move Will Campbell to right tackle and find another left tackle. But do you like if you were choosing between finding another left tackle and finding a wide receiver, what would you prioritize? And I know it's a crapshoot. I'm just curious what you think fits this team better.
I think the wide receiver is more important, or even a tight end. I think they should go after someone like David Njoku. I heard he's on the outs in Cleveland. He's a little bit more athletic than Hunter Henry. It gives Drake another target to go to. But overall, wide receiver and then lineman. Or for all we know, Will Campbell takes a leap next year because he's still a baby. Like, I think that a lot of people are forgetting he is fresh out of college. So there is some type of learning curve that has to go on there. And according to the reports, he was coming off of the injury. Obviously, it's not an excuse because you're out there, you got a hoop. But it does matter. It's
possible that he's just too small to play left tackle in this league.
He could very well be, but I'd like to see what happens in the OTAs, what he does in the off season, and hopefully Vrabel makes the right decision.
I just kind of feel like the way that they talk about him, and they're like, yeah, but his mobility, and I'm like, okay, so play left guard. Like, I don't know if he's big enough to be. I mean, they ate him up in this game, and I don't know that he has what it takes to be a left tackle in this league. And the funny thing is, that was the knock on him coming in, and then the Patriots were playing so well that everyone was kind of like, well, maybe that's not true. And then again, it's one game, I understand that, but
he wasn't good all playoffs.
Yeah, and it's one game at the highest level where he got destroyed. Yeah. And it wasn't something like, well, he didn't have a good game. It was like everything went wrong. And sometimes when you're playing at the absolute highest levels and a guy literally cannot even compete, that's really instructive of they're in the wrong position. And again, it doesn't mean that guys can't grow, but in a lot of cases, especially like with the offensive line, some dudes are sometimes just out of place. Yeah. And I really wonder about Will Campbell like being the left tackle of the future for the Patriots, because it reminds me of like the Isaiah Wynn thing. That was to say Isaiah Wynn's going to be the left tackle of the future. Oh, he's too small. And then the one dude we won the Super Bowl with is the Trent Williams, like 17 feet tall. Like you win the Super Bowl with the 8-foot tackle, and Brady's like, yeah, I like playing with this guy. Like, sometimes you can be too smart and outsmart yourself. And I just wonder if the Patriots are outsmarting themselves with an undersized left tackle who is supposedly so quick, but again, he just got dominated in the biggest game of the year. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's tough.
I get what you're saying. He's a rookie, but how many times have we watched elite left tackles come in and be elite as rookies?
You're right. Tristan
we
Wirfs
do see that quite a bit. It's one position where you're elite in college, you're elite in pros. Like, I worry a little bit that I'm not saying he can't be great as an offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know that he can anchor an offensive line. That's what is at this point, like, it worries me. So, any other Pat's thoughts before I ask the question that everyone in the world, or at least the 3 people watching this, want me to ask you? Because there's one question they want me to ask you, but I'm just curious. Any other Pat's thoughts?
I got nothing for you.
I want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
For everyone, again, this is the ranking the Patriots' worst loss. This is nowhere near one of the worst losses for the Patriots. This team was way ahead of schedule. No one expected this team to make the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So, like, this idea that this was like a depressing loss or something for New England, not even kind of. Like, again, I would have. The funniest thing is that Brady lost 2 AFC championships to old ass, broken ass Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
And the Patriots just won one against the Broncos because the Broncos were playing Jared Stidham, who was a former Patriots guy. Like, football's weird.
Yeah.
And the Patriots made it to the Super Bowl way ahead of schedule.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, fuck it. Like, I'm mad Tampa Bay didn't make the Super Bowl this year. I ain't even mad.
Big show.
Yeah, Joe, we beat the Seahawks in Tampa Bay on a fucking Baker Mayfield
game winner.
Oh my God. Yo, that's like the greatest game of the season. That's what pisses me off is, like, literally go watch that fucking Bucs Seahawks game. There's like no games that were as good this year as that one. And the Bucs don't even make the playoffs because they just fell the fuck apart. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll still be back here next year in my Mayfield jersey. Let's do this. Is Sam Darnold a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Let me just remind you before you answer, he won a Super Bowl. He's won a Super Bowl. I don't care who it's against. You had to make it there. He's won a Super Bowl. Is Sam Darnold the top 10 quarterback in the NFL? And you understand that as the new launcher of a New York Jets hate podcast that I have just announced, it's the most difficult question in the world for me to ask. But it's a fair question to ask when you win a Super Bowl.
I got Mahomes. I got Lamar, Joshua, Burrow. I'll take Trevor over him. I'll take Hurts over him. I'll take Caleb over him.
Caleb?
I'd take Jared Goff over him.
Really? Isn't Sam Darnold like A+ Jared Goff? He's Jared Goff with the ability to run. No? Like, man, I'm just surprised that one surprises me. Caleb surprised me a little bit, but Jared Goff.
I'm going off upside for Caleb on that one.
Fair enough.
I don't know if I'd take Jaden Daniels over him.
I would have after his rookie year, but this year was really bad with injuries.
I'd take regular season Dak Prescott over him. So he's just outside the 10 there.
So you're saying no, essentially.
Yeah. There's a couple.
I can't even believe that I'm considering that a New York Jets top 10 pick, or excuse me, that a New York Jets draft pick could be top 10 anything other than top 10 busts. But
did I say Baker? I'm taking Baker over him too.
You're taking Baker over Darnold. Okay.
Yeah. So he's out.
And I mean, I think that's fair. I mean, Darnold, he wasn't. It's not like he threw for 500 yards in this game or something. Like, a much better performance from the Patriots could have won them this game because Darnold is fine and he hasn't been, elite for several weeks. But, when you win a Super Bowl, I think the question is valid.
And notice how I never had Justin Herbert on there. Just saying.
That's fair. Okay, so right now, you're starting a team, and you have to give $300 million to Sam Darnold or Justin Herbert, and you get to choose Everything else about the team, the location, whatever else, you get to choose everything. The coach, all of it. But the one thing that is exactly the same between the two teams is Justin Herbert and Sam Darnold making $60 million a year for 5 years. You can do anything else. Are you legitimately, seriously telling me that you're taking Sam Darnold over Justin Herbert?
I'm sorry, man. That playoffs was too ugly for me, man.
Wow.
That playoffs was too ugly.
No, I respect that because you stick to your guns. Like I'm just shocked that it's not that
it's Herbert's fault. It's Herbert's fault.
It is. You're not wrong. If you're asking me, do I want they're not even they're not even that different of a player. It's just that Herbert is better at everything that Sam Darnold does, but Sam Darnold wins more. His decision making is just inarguably better. But okay, let me re-ask you the same question, but Kevin O'Connell is the coach. Do you believe that Kevin O'Connell can fix?
Nah, because we said that
Justin Herbert's broken.
We said Jim Harbaugh could do that same thing that you're asking Kevin O'Connell, and he hasn't. So
fair enough. No, it's fair enough. What would it take? If Justin Herbert won this same Super Bowl? Would you be off his ass, or does it take
Yes.
Okay, so we just need a win.
Yes,
That's fair. I can't even hate on that. And in some ways, I'm just like, man, you should never have signed that contract extension with that team in that soccer stadium. You just shouldn't have done it. Do you like Mendoza as an NFL quarterback? I do.
He's got the makings. I like what I've seen out of him.
I love Mendoza. I think he's got it. I love this is the same thing I love about Penix. But I love anyone who has elite downfield touch. And Mendoza can get the ball 55 yards downfield.
Too.
Exactly. Anyone who can get the ball that far down with that level of right at the point of catch, and it's not my guy has to make an insane, ball skills play like that play against that ugly ass fucking school that I will never mention. I got fucking Michigan banners down behind me that are going to be hung very soon, but that was one of the most incredible throws. I'm very interested to see what happens because, Brady, Mendoza, it's going to be a wild ride, man.
You think it's
Clint Kubiak's a good hire?
Raiders?
Well, yeah, and Clint Kubiak just won the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold, so surely he's going to do some shit with Mendoza. So, hey.
True.
Any last NFL hot takes before I have a couple of basketball questions for you that I know you saw that are
Max Crosby to the Pats. Make it happen.
Max Crosby to the Pats. Boy, that's interesting. What would you give up for Max Crosby? Like in a legitimate trade?
Mid-round.
He's 31, 32?
Mid-round picks and Kayvon Chasen.
Second round pick?
Perhaps.
I think he'd have to. I don't think he's getting a first at his age.
Yeah.
The NFL is so ageist. But I think you're giving up a second round pick.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Look at what Michael went for.
Yeah. I mean, but he's older. So, that's Max Crosby to the Pats. Boy, that's interesting. I mean, number one, he'd be fulfilling his destiny of living in Boston as a white person with questionable politics. There'd be plenty of people there who are like, yeah, Max Crosby gets it. It's not about racism. And, those are the people that you just sort of turn away from and walk away from. There's a lot of that in Boston, unfortunately. Putting Max Crosby in that Vrabel defense with the way they attack the quarterback, that shit would be ferocious.
And he's a good run stopper.
I mean, it's pretty amazing what we saw from Vrabel this first year in terms of what he was able to get out of that defense. Like, there's multiple talented players for sure, but even then, like, they played above. Like, they ate so many offensive lines for lunch that I was just surprised that they could completely dominate so many games that way. And I do think that certainly vaulted them a little higher than they may have otherwise been with May. But
yeah,
it's just funny because it's like if you put CJ Stroud on the Patriots, they lose like 4 more games.
Oh yeah,
and it's the idea that Drake May was mostly a game manager this season, which is true despite his stats, but that's especially as the year went on. It's a weird fucking year. It's going to be weird to see. All right. So have you talked yourself into the Harden Caps thing yet? Are you, you got 2 games in? Are you like, yeah, baby. Are you on it yet? Or
playoffs?
you're
I need conference finals minimum.
That's fair. It took me like 4 games to talk myself into Jalen Green on the Suns. And Jalen Green has no track record at all. So I'm just curious where you are with. Every time Jalen Green plays, I'm like, this guy could be a fucking all-star. I can't help myself. Where are you on the LeBron farewell tour with the Cavs thing? Is it dependent on a championship for you at all?
I was
Do you not want it? Do you want it? I'm just curious.
I was expecting this year to be it. I thought he was going to be number 24 retires in, or 23, sorry. Number 23 retires in 23 seasons. He has the record. There's nothing left for him to prove at this point, but this man just wants to keep going. He doesn't even have his 10-point streak record anymore. He doesn't have his All-NBA record anymore. He barely got into the All-Star. Like, it's time to go.
So you do not want him. You do not want him to try to help Cleveland win one more championship.
Ship sailed, man. Ship sailed. Let it go.
You don't. Okay.
First time.
And I'm not saying that he would do this, but you don't think that LeBron James as a 6th man would be like incredibly helpful to the Cavaliers? I know he wouldn't do that shit, but what if for one time a legendary superstar said, fuck it, I'm going to be the best role player of all time on my team?
Hey, man, that would make those GOAT conversations real interesting again.
I mean, it's better to keep playing than to quit, right?
Yeah, but when the game's leaving you really want to wait till you're an absolute bum before going?
Is the game really leaving him? He's averaging 22, 7, and 7.
The eye test, the eye test. It don't look the same.
I mean, like, I guess I'm not saying that he, like, I just don't understand how, like, people are like, LeBron should retire, but we should keep watching Zach LaVine.
You've got Ant-Man.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that LeBron, number one, I don't understand why. The craziest thing to me about athletes is, why do you have to play 40 minutes a game when you're this age? Like, I've never understood why, like, baseball uses, when baseball pitchers can no longer be starters, a lot of them become relievers, and then many of them become closers. Like, it doesn't always work that way. Some dudes are closers their whole career. But, like, when a first baseman can no longer play defense, he's a designated hitter. What I do not understand is why basketball players will not accept the idea that, like, why not sit most of the game, get a few stints here and then to warm up, and then come play the last 6 minutes of the game and just close that shit out for the win. I don't understand. I do not understand the idea that, and I guess I get the like points per game, milestones, those sorts of things, but it's like, dude, you could be an incredibly important piece on multiple championship teams by being a closer. And I've never understood why that doesn't appeal to anyone. Surely someone doesn't give a shit about points per game stats. I'm just surprised that it has never occurred to anyone to be like, hey, let me play the role of closer in basketball. I'm going to come in fresh as hell with 8 minutes left. I'm still going to get up 15 shots because I'm going to take every goddamn shot. Like, I've always been surprised that I'm really surprised that Kobe didn't go out that way. Because to me, the idea of Kobe coming in the fourth quarter, taking every single shot and still putting up regular stats like a regular player, I was like, that seems like Kobe shit to me. Like, I don't know, man. Like, so like Kobe comes in 12 minutes, he takes 24 shots in the fourth quarter. He hits 13 of them, you know. He scores 31 points. He has 4 assists, 2 rebounds. That's just a regular Kobe stat line. He just did it all in the fourth quarter and took every shot. I just feel like I'm just surprised no one has ever considered the possibility of, I don't give a shit about being a starter. I don't give a shit about minutes per game. I'm going to shift the majority of my gameplay, my energy, my shots, and everything to the second half. I understand that's not how basketball is done, but I'm surprised that no one has considered it. LaMelo Ball also plays in a way that basketball is not done, but we still allow it. So, you know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So you're saying no on the LeBron tour. You just want him to retire.
Yes.
23 for 23, be done. Jalen Tyson, my starting small forward.
Hey, man, I got nothing for you. Well, I got James Harden.
I believe it. I understand. I'm with you. I'm just saying, I'm surprised because I would have thought you would have said yes. Like, honestly, I would have thought you would have said, yes, come home. Let's do this one more time. I'm honestly very surprised. But you know what? You said the same thing about Brady. You were like, let's be done with this now.
Yeah.
Like, you're very pragmatic
I'm ready
about
for the
these
young
things.
guys.
You're like,
I'm ready for the young guys, man. This is their league now.
When you're my age, I want to see if you still feel the same way. We're going to do the Blood Doctor Show 9 years from now, and you're going to be like, I was wrong. We should have been playing Brady.
I'm going to be one of those angry gramps or angry unks in the barber shop talking about.
Yo, you don't know listen, one of the funniest things in the world to me is for a while, and I'll get it going again, but I was playing Madden on TikTok. And every fucking kid that came in is like, what's up, Unc? I'm like, man, like, number one, obviously they can see the gray in my beard. They know I'm old as fuck, and that's cool. But they're still giving respect because he could be like, what's up with this old white guy playing Madden? But no, I'm getting Uncs. I'll take that. I'll take it every single time. Yeah. Like I'm with that shit. Like I'll be the cool old guy because I'm still old. It's all good. I'm old either way. Okay. This one is a fuck you question. I sent this to you before. Yeah. But it's one of those questions that gets everyone in trouble either way. Let me use my AI. Clip this. Is KD a top 10 player of all time? Is Kevin Durant a top 10 player of all time? Because I have so many opinions on this myself. I'm just curious what you think.
Unfortunately, he's just outside. He should be top 10, but he's in that 11 to 13 range for me.
Did you figure out your top 10?
Off the dome?
No, I was just curious if you have, like, some people are like, I have a top 10. And because I'm the same way. Like, I think that Kevin Durant is, and it's crazy because if you look at his scoring, he's easily there. But I just value success. And I do think that one thing I think that we get wrong about basketball is like Luka Doncic's stats are incredible from a counting perspective. But I don't think that anyone ever thinks about the fact that, like, the entire offense is always built around him. He gets to take as many shots as he wants. He can be crazy and efficient. He doesn't have to play defense. Like, your numbers are going to be pretty incredible when you get to play that way. And I'm not saying that he's not good. He's obviously good. I'm a hater. That's fine. But I do think that there is an inflation to what he does. There's been one team that he was on that had incredible playoff success that went to the finals. And that team was filled with defenders to cover for all of his deficiencies.
Very true.
And so my thing about Durant is that he's never been a passer. He's a much better defender than anyone gives him credit for.
Yeah.
He's a horrible teammate. His attitude is garbage. He leaves immediately.
He wants to be Robin while having Batman talents.
Yep. It's weird. Like, why?
It makes no sense.
Like, you know what you need? You need to switch his and Kevin Garnett's mindset. You need to put Kevin Garnett's mind into KD and put KD's mind into KG. Because then those two would have been perfect. Because KG was the perfect Robin who wanted to be Batman, and KD is the perfect Batman who wants to be Robin. It just, like, how do you not want to be a killer? I don't understand this guy.
He just wants to
like,
he doesn't want to have to do all the leading of the squad and galvanizing troops. He just wants to focus on his ability to get the perfect shot every single time.
But when they came up with the nickname Slim Reaper for him, and he said, "Nah, I'm the Velvet Hoop," I'm like, dog, like, yo. And number one, he did that like commercial where he's like, "I'm the Velvet Hoop." I'm like, no, stop it, stop. Number one, you're coming off like I'm Kevin Durant and I'm here to say, like, stop that shit. Which, because he's not a bad rapper. If you listen to, he's actually a decent rapper. Like, he did some shit during the lockout. He's all right. So don't do that. Don't rap about being the Velvet Hoop. Like, no. I talk shit about Kobe a lot because I'm a Suns fan. I hate Kobe, whatever. But one thing I truly believe that I will stand by is that Michael Jordan had a fucking killer instinct. Michael Jordan wanted to kill you in practice. Michael Jordan wanted to kill you on the golf course. Michael Jordan wanted to kill you at the bowling alley. Michael Jordan was not a good friend. Michael Jordan is not a person you want to hang out with. But my God, you want that guy on your team. Kobe Bryant was the same way. If he wanted to show up to the gym 4 hours ahead of you, he wanted to beat you at everything. He wanted to learn Italian before you, like, Kobe was the same guy. And this new era of dudes, it's not the same thing. LeBron is not the same guy. KD is not the same guy. They grow up in AAU, they become best friends, and they don't have that anger. And that's like, from a mental health perspective, it's good. Like, these guys are friends. It's just a game. We're playing sports. Cool. But the greatest dudes of this at all time are psychotic. Like, Tom Brady's not mentally well. Nobody who's ever listened to Tom Brady speak is like, oh, yeah, that guy's well-adjusted. He's literally an insane person. He's not. He gave up his marriage to go 8-9 and lose by 40 points to the Cowboys. Like he literally got a divorce to play one more season of football, and it was his worst season ever. And he has zero regrets because he's psychotic.
For the love of the game.
The love of the game, exactly. And those are the guys who win championships. Like, the questions I would ask in like draft interviews would be like, if you had to go to the gym at 3 a.m. or save your mother, what would you do? And like, I would like wait for the dude who's like, I'd go to the gym and pump iron so hard that time went back, and then I go save my mother. I'd be like, all right, you're the guy. You got you need the dudes who are literally mentally unwell. That's how you win championships. And Kevin Durant, relatively mentally stable, seems like a good dude. Listen, why do the Warriors have 4 championships? It's not Steph. It's Draymond Green. He's a psychotic person. He punches people. in the face. He kicks him in the dick. He throws him to the floor. You need a Draymond Green. You need a mentally unstable person to win championships. This is a book I'm going to write. And this is, you know what? I'm gonna start a theory that the New York Jets' mental health is so good that they could never.
Oh man!
I'm crossing lines, baby.
That New York Jet hate runs deep.
It does. I'm so mad about the Patriots fucking up so hard that I don't even know what else to say at this point, because it's one of those things. It's like now we go into that part where we pretend that 5th round rookies are going to be, you know, an impact on the team. And, you know, you just go through this whole thing. And the frustration for me is like, again, you saw Marino do this shit. You've seen Burrow do this shit. You see guys, talented guys, get there in their second year. Someone figures them out. Now, you know, Sam Darnold is proof that things can come around, but losing a championship is always the worst, because even for New England with 6 Super Bowls and all this, it's incredible. When you have a chance to win a championship and you blow it, it sucks. It doesn't matter how many times you've had the opportunity to do it. No person involved in the New England Patriots currently was involved with the 6 Super Bowls previously. Like, I mean, Vrabel was a player, but I just mean like all those dudes, none of the players on this team were on those teams. Like, these guys wanted as much as anyone else, and the Seahawks just beat them down. Mm-hmm. So now we have to listen to the 12s talk for a whole year.
Oh, they got their revenge from 10 years ago.
Huh?
They got their revenge from 10 years ago.
They got that. Yeah, I know. It's the Eagles and the Seahawks now. Dude, I'm terrified of an upcoming Patriots-Panthers Super Bowl.
Yeah.
because Bryce Young's going to get revenge for Jake Delhomme. Have you ever gone back and watched that Super Bowl? The Patriots-Panthers Super Bowl?
I have.
That's a good-ass game. Yeah. That is a great game. That is the most underrated Super Bowl of all time. That is such a good game.
And it was before Brady became known as Brady.
Because the first Super Bowl, everyone attributed to the defense.
Yeah.
The next year, the Patriots didn't even make the playoffs. And this year, the Panthers were the darling of the league. Everyone loved them. Mm-hmm. That game, that to me, that Patriots-Panthers Super Bowl is easily, like, again, the most underrated Super Bowl. It's like 37, I think. It's like the most, or 34, I can't remember. But it's so underrated. Like, Delhomme balled out. Like, if Casey doesn't miss the field goal, who the fuck knows what happens? Like, you know, it's an unbelievable game, and it's just one of those things that gets lost to history. I think because people think Jake Delhomme was garbage, and he actually wasn't. Like,
he's not a household name.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Next week we'll have to talk about. I have no fucking idea. Good thing I have a week to figure it out.
I can start my 5-star list for NBA players next week.
There we go. Yes. 5-star frauds for NBA. It's coming next week. That's a perfect choice to make.
There we go.
I love it very much. Overtime coming back soon, maybe, as we discussed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you very much for making time to come on even late, my friend.
Yep. Always pleasure.
And now, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to say anything. I just put this shit at the end. Thanks for watching.
You're all I need, all of me on my knees, normally harmony, bumblebee, hummingbird, I'm a nerd, study you, what do you, WWF, we fighting, we might need counseling, possibly more so me, sounds to me, frowns will be grounds to leave, hounds will be looking for you before you drop a tear, I pray them, stop pretending that I ain't him, I ain't them some dumpling, I remember when you start dying, them silver hairs and start hiding from your age, I ask why, how come, amazing how time can run away from us, I'm no nun, you're no priest, but I promise, hun, you gon' see a phenomenon, come with me like it's Ramadan, I don't eat like it's Comic-Con, I'm a freak for you, yeah. I'm begging now, pretty please, with cherries on top, Harry Witch, why Harriet up, man, don't give up, and if your gut tells you to strut, then I'll hail you a car, but what man won't beg? You know I'm nutmeg, I will show up on a little moped with a little puppet, it'll be fluffy, you will untough and we can discuss it. You know I'm suffering, I don't miss my friend, I don't like my pen. Bent up till I come well, that's illabong. Sweet stuff, willabong, push stuck, billabong. Lace that minimum, weak, don't get along. Peace and intercom, Jesus, been along. T-I-M-E, I'm please, I'm feeling dumb. Please, I'm feeling dumb. Please, I'm feeling dumb.